We're counting down the 5 hidden car sensors quietly draining or boosting your miles per gallon, ranked from subtle budget busters to seriously overlooked fuel economy game changers. From engine data sources hiding in plain sight to the surprising sensor that can slash your fuel bill by almost half, these under-the-hood heroes could be burning cash without ever tripping a warning light. Let's start with number 5. Tucked away on the side of your throttle body, the throttle position sensor, TPS, acts like the interpreter for your right foot. Every time you press or ease off the gas pedal, this sensor instantly reads the angle of the throttle plate and sends a signal, usually between 0.5 and 4.5 volts, to your car's computer. Most drivers spend 80% of their time making small throttle adjustments, creeping through traffic, rolling at steady highway speeds, or gently accelerating from a stop. If the TPS starts to wear out or gets dirty, the computer can misjudge your intentions, leading to rough transitions, hesitation, or subtle surges. Even before a check engine light appears, a drifting TPS can quietly sap 1 to 5% of your fuel economy, adding up to real dollars lost at the pump. Replacement is usually straightforward and inexpensive, making it one of the easiest ways to stop stealthy fuel waste before it grows. Bolted to the intake manifold, the manifold absolute pressure sensor, also called the MAP sensor, acts as your engine's load detective. Every second, it measures the pressure inside the intake manifold in kilopascals and in pounds per square inch, helping the computer figure out exactly how hard the engine is working. Unlike the throttle sensor, which only knows what you are asking for, the MAP sensor tells the ECU what is actually happening under the hood, whether you are coasting downhill with barely any load or pulling a trailer up a steep grade. The computer checks this reading more than 100 times per second, fine-tuning fuel delivery so you do not waste gas when the engine is not working hard. If the MAP sensor gets contaminated by oil mist or starts to drift, it can trick the ECU into running rich, quietly stealing up to 12% of your fuel economy. A simple scan comparing MAP readings to atmospheric pressure can catch a biased sensor before it empties your wallet at the pump. Threaded into the coolant passage near your engine's thermostat, the engine coolant temperature sensor works like a digital thermometer for your car's brain. This small thermistor constantly reports how warm or cold the engine really is. When the reading stays low, the computer assumes the engine is still cold and keeps pumping in extra fuel, just like during those first frosty minutes after startup. That is great for a true cold morning, but a sensor stuck reading cold means your car never leaves warm-up mode. The result is a rich fuel mixture that can burn up to 17% more gas on every short city trip, even if your dashboard never complains. Modern engine coolant temperature sensors help engines reach closed loop operation 30% faster than older designs, letting the system switch to efficient fuel mapping within 2 to 3 minutes instead of idling away gallons for 5 to 10 minutes. For most drivers, this difference is felt most on short commutes, errands, or school runs, where a lazy engine coolant temperature sensor quietly drains your wallet with every stoplight. The best part is this sensor is cheap and easy to replace, making it one of the fastest returns on investment for anyone chasing lost miles per gallon. Wedged between the air filter and throttle body sits the mass airflow sensor, your engine's AIR traffic controller. Every second, it measures exactly how many grams of air are rushing into the engine, reporting numbers like 2 to 7 grams per second at idle and 15 to 25 grams per second during steady cruising. The computer relies on this data to match fuel perfectly to air, chasing that magic air-fuel ratio of 14.7 to 1 for clean, efficient combustion. But when the mass airflow sensor gets coated with dust, oil mist, or even a film from an oiled filter, its readings drift. Suddenly, the engine thinks it is gulping more air than it really is and starts dumping in extra fuel. That simple miscalculation can quietly slash up to 20% from your miles per gallon, with no warning light, just more trips to the pump. The fix is a $10 can of mass airflow sensor cleaner and 10 minutes of your time, Forums are packed with drivers who saw their fuel trims and gas mileage bounce back overnight after a quick cleaning. For most cars, cleaning takes no tools and pays for itself in a single tank. That is why the mass airflow sensor earns its spot as the #2 hidden hero for saving gas. Mounted just before the catalytic converter, the upstream oxygen sensor quietly tracks every breath your engine takes. It samples exhaust gases and sends a voltage signal oscillating between 0.1 and 0.9 volts straight to the engine computer, switching 1 to 5 times per second. This rapid feedback lets the engine computer fine-tune the fuel mixture, always chasing that ideal 14.7 to 1 air-fuel ratio. Over time, especially past 80,000 or 100,000 miles, the sensor's response slows. The computer, unsure, errs on the side of caution and runs the engine rich, burning more fuel than necessary. A sluggish oxygen sensor can quietly sap 10 to 40% of your fuel economy, often without triggering a warning light. That is hundreds of dollars lost each year for many drivers. Real-world logs and shop reports show fuel economy bouncing back by 3 to 7 miles per gallon after a simple sensor swap. Bosch, who pioneered this technology in the late 1970s, recommends testing or replacing upstream sensors every 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Checking sensor health is straightforward. A basic OBD2 scanner will reveal if the sensor is still switching quickly at idle. For most drivers, a new sensor pays for itself within months, making it the undisputed fuel mixture master. Across all 5 sensors, one fact stands out: silent, invisible technology quietly decides your fuel bill. Small failures add up fast, and proactive maintenance is your real miles per gallon secret weapon. Drive smarter, pay less.